This is Mark Sambo, my AEP859 Curriculum Planning and Evaluation, Assignment 2, Final Project, Dr. Becking, Fort Hays State University. Assignment Design, Video Demonstration Description Assignment. My strength and conditioning students will create a screencast-o-matic presentation on one of the many lifts covered during the semester of this class. The lift that they will be instructed to cover will be randomly selected based on the class drawing. Students will have 2 weeks to complete this project. iPads will be allowed in the weight room or classroom during this 2-week period. This will not only be used as an evaluation tool for myself and the other instructors, but also as part of our final test, which will be constructed from these videos, or the first portion of this video, which we'll explain as we move throughout this project. Needed components to follow: video progression for students. The first section, video demonstration of proper lift without any commentary or visual descriptions of the lift. This section will be pulled for our class final. This section should also be about 20 to 30 seconds for proper time on the test. Section 2, visual or audio description of the lift following the proper demonstration. A statement or visual description of what was just viewed. The third and fourth kind of tie into each other. A breakdown of each phase and progression of the lift following the video demonstration and audio or visual description. Students must identify the progression or concepts of the lift, description of what is being viewed. Students need to tag at least 3 buzzwords used in the instructor's descriptions of the lift or based upon prior knowledge of what we've done before. Every lift that we've done, we've instructed them using a number of buzzwords. We probably use 3 to 5 buzzwords on just a phase of a lift, especially those core lifts. But this should be not a problem for our students to conjure up 3 to 5 buzzwords, and they'll for sure hit 3, obviously, by the assignment's indication. Finally, students will need to tie the importance of this lift to them as a student, as a person or athlete. You know, a lot of the students we have in our class aren't just athletes. We have some that aren't athletes, that don't participate in extracurricular activities. How does lifting benefit them as an individual person, not just an athlete? The total time for this video will be 5 minutes, and we don't want it too long because we'd like to use this as a review tool for our students. What are the objectives of this assignment? The objectives for this assignment is to incorporate technology in our strength and conditioning class, show the importance of film and technology as a self-evaluation tool within the classroom, excite students with technology and the ability to view themselves and their lift, which always seems to be more exciting for a student to be able to view himself or view his buddy rather than view somebody else, whether they're a professional name or somebody that they have no idea who it is. Evaluate depth of knowledge and proper techniques gained by the students throughout the semester based on the student's ability to give proper instruction and demonstration of the lift. Use as a review tool for the student's final, and use the first section as part of the student's final. This is an example that I'd give the students as well. I'd show them what my expectation is with a video example of this project. Obviously, the first section would not have the lift that they're going to be viewing. The project example video would be blank, and it would probably jump right into the video. But what you're going to be seeing is the Olympic clean and split jerk from the floor. As I've stated, for the students project, there will be no commentary, there will be no visualization of the lift. You can see up in this top left-hand corner, you can see power clean and jerk. That's actually not the proper description for this lift, so I just wrote it real quick, but that would be wrong, and we'd identify that quickly. But there should be no commentary, there should be no visualization. This is the section we want to pull for that final. I believe Austin Savage, who is a senior this year, 2-sport athlete, does 2 reps of the Olympic clean and split jerk. We'd like to see a more even split. Obviously, there would be no commentary on the actual video project. He does it both times. Not a great split, but again, this is a very advanced lift, very difficult lift. All right, the progression breakdown of the Olympic clean and split jerk. Again, we're on our example, our video project example. So now this would be following that video demonstration with no commentary and no visualizations of the lift, but now we'd identify the lift. So now we see Olympic clean and split jerk from the floor. And we want to be specific and and what we're identifying. And this is how we do it as our class. All right, this is our starting position for the Olympic clean and split jerk. Uh, you know, a strength and power lift. What we're seeing right now is a good athletic base, a good stance. His feet are hip width apart. He's got a good hook grip right here, with his grip being shoulder width apart. There's some key identifiers that address a good lift-off position, as I talked about, his athletic stance, or his jump stance as we call it, and his hand placement along with his grip. But if you also notice the lines that I've drawn, he's looking straight forward, which is our trigger mechanism to know that things are about to get going. If he is looking down and bring this weight up, watching his progression, he's wrong. We are eyes straight forward. He's got a good back. He's got shoulder blade squeeze, which is a buzzword. His hips are above his knees, which is proper. He's got good weight balance. Everything he's doing right here is very good. All right, Austin's still in the lift phase of this lift. He's doing a good job of lifting with his legs and back. He's probably lifting too much with his back. How we can identify that is he's about locked out on his legs, yet he's still over the weight. We should start to see his chest come up to be facing the mirror, his pecs to be more upright. You know, that's an identifier for using too much back. We want a little bit of back use to lift this weight, but we don't want the majority of the weight to be lifted with our back. And that brings about a number of problems. He's doing also a good job of keeping the barbell not touching his shins. The shins just guide him. They're not even brushing. When this weight comes over his knees, he'll start to brush his thighs. But right now, they're just following the path along his shins. And that's important too, because this barbell is not going to waver too much as it goes from this position all the way up to the jerk position. Austin is really past accelerating the barbell, right? You know, as the trigger mechanism would be just at our knees, we'd accelerate that barbell with all our strength to try to get it, try to get momentum going vertical. We talk about, our buzzword is throw it through the roof. You know, we really want to, when we shrug that barbell, we want to throw it through the roof. We want to get it as high as we can. He's past that acceleration stage, but what we're going to be talking about is triple extension. That's another buzzword we use. What we're doing in triple extension is we're trying to triple extend, we're trying to fully extend or triple extend our ankles, our knees, and our hips. And Austin's doing a pretty good job of this. Maybe if I would win a picture later, it would have been better on triple extension. But you can see that he's trying to throw his hips through or eat his shorts, which is another buzzword we use. We really want the butt area to eat your shorts. We want to see a portion of the shorts disappear, and that means that we're throwing those hips through. But he's doing a good job on this phase as well. You can look at his feet. They're about getting off the ground. He's about vertical, which is a great job for triple extension. All right, we're really past the pull stage and the shrug stage, and we're really getting the catch phase. What you can see with Austin is the momentum of the bar is starting to slow. He's about to drop his hips, and he's about to catch it. He'll flip his wrists and throw his elbows out, putting the bar on those front deltoids. Austin's doing a nice job of flipping his wrists and throwing his elbows out to have the barbell or bar rest on his front deltoids over his clavicles. That's the nice receiving position. The bar has not been caught yet, it's being received. When he gets down to his full front squat position, that bar will be fully caught. But you can see he does a nice job of, as he's taking that barbell up with full power, and that momentum is taking that barbell up, he's now throwing himself underneath the barbell to catch it. Again, but don't confuse yourself. He's receiving it right now. It has been caught. Austin has now caught the barbell. He's got a nice resting position. He's not using his hands. They are simply used as stabilizers for the barbell. The barbell is really resting on those front deltoids and clavicles. Two buzzwords we use that when we talk about the Olympic clean is hamstring the calves, and you can see there's not a better identifier than that. I mean, his hamstrings are pressed up on his calves, or we say butt to heels, and both these two phrases are used in describing the Olympic clean. And we call it Olympic clean. Some might call it a front squat or clean to front squat. But that's our Olympic clean identifier. We're talking about we're going to hang clean this, whether it's from above the knee, below the knee, or the floor. We're gonna clean it, and we're gonna catch it with full range of motion. We're gonna catch it as deep as we can, butt the heels, hamstrings, the calves, and he's doing a good job of that. His eyes are still forward. He's got a nice resting position before he comes up. His back is still straight. He's still got those shoulder blades squeezed. He's going to continue to need to squeeze those shoulder blades even when he has that little forward lean with his torso as he comes up. You can see Austin coming up into the rack position to finish the clean lift. He's doing a good job with lifting with his legs. He has a little bit of forward lean. His hips are moving back, which is natural. His eyes are still forward. He's good guy. He's got good weight balance from the lower body, specifically his feet, and as he progresses through this phase of the lift. Austin is just about done with this lift. Everything looks good. Now we're about fully erect. He still has a nice flat back. He's still squeezing those shoulder blades. He's still got that barbell pushed back, those elbows out, those wrists flipped. And now when he finishes the lift, that the Olympic clean would be completed. You would hear the buzzer, or you would hear the down, and he'd be done with the lift. But he's not done with our lift. He's still got the split jerk. Austin, this is something we preach. We talk about resetting yourself. Although this is one whole lift, we break it up. You can reset your feet, and you can see Austin doing this. He's resetting himself for the dip phase of the jerk. Now he's going to dip. We call the jerk a double knee bend. That means he's going to bend at the beginning and at the end when he catches it. When he catches the jerk, or when he catches the lift or the barbell, he will also have knee bend. Where in the push press we don't. We have a single knee bend. So at the beginning we bend, but we catch it locked out, if we'll call it that. So right now he's in the dip phase of the jerk. He's dipping down. We want him to dip anywhere from maybe 2 to 4 inches and then explode upward. Austin has fully extended himself upward as we've already passed that. What you are seeing in this portion of the lift, or in this picture, is Austin do a good job of pushing his head back. He'll eventually push it through again, but he allows his head to move back until the barbell clears. That's the trigger mechanism for our split. And you can see, he was even. That barbell's just above his head, and now his legs are about fully split, and that's where they'll be when he catches it. They'll extend a little bit more. Austin has now caught the jerk. What we can see, we would call this an uneven split. A tall tale sign, if we're watching this in real time, if I'm watching Austin do it without any video, which we do have as well, what I'm going to say is this is a tall tale sign that my knee's above or in front of your toes. That's a tall tale sign that wasn't even split. So we have to evaluate that and talk about how we can get it even. What he does do a good job of is pushing his head through, and the barbell placement. The barbell placement should be on the back of the head to the ears, and I would call that right in the middle of that, and that's perfect. If we followed that barbell from the ground all the way up, it has not wavered that much, if any, and that's very good. The critique would be, we'd give this a 1 if we were evaluating because of the split. We'd like to see that toe in front of the knee, and then we'd call that an even split. We have a great identifier here that we always talk about with the DC. If you're in the middle of that, where do you land when you finish your split jerk? Austin right now understands the lift is not complete. He's got to get back to his feet being parallel again. He does this from a safety standpoint that we always talk about, with about a 1 to 2 inch step with your front, and then a 1 to 2 inch step with your back. And you should finish like this. The buzzer would sound, or the down from one of the instructors, and Austin would safely drop the weight. The importance of lifting in this class, the Olympic clean and split jerk from the floor. The lift encourages lifetime fitness through muscular strength, flexibility, agility, and balance and speed. The lift builds strength and flexibility, which done properly will prevent injuries that could occur during competition and within everyday life. Lifting builds camaraderie between classmates and activity participants through student encouragement and the competition or competitions created within the class. How does this assignment meet the objectives? This assignment meets the objectives by promoting self and peer evaluation, relative education, and the ability to incorporate 21st century technology into the classroom. How does the assignment contribute to students' learning? This assignment contributes to the students' learning by actively engaging them in the process of self and peer evaluation through technology, while at the same time allowing students to flourish creatively within the project, an aspect that is crucial within any classroom in the 21st century.